Icule bongosi insimbi yesithupha ngomsombuluko kusihlwa insuku dinga 31 enyangeni enkakwethu ngomnyaka wa 2021 kanti kwathi insuku lapha nga 1987 inhlangano yakamhlaba yetempilo iWorld Health General Assembly yaphasisa ke resolution kuthiwa ngeresolution WHA 40.38 bekuthiwa ke wabita simhla ka 7 April 1988 kube lisuku lekuthiwa iWorld No Smoking Day. Phindze kwaba nalenye ke General Assembly ya WHO ngeminyaka wa 1988 kwaphasiswa ke resolution WHA 42.19 kuthi njalo nje mhla ka 31 May kuyaba lisuku le World No Tobacco Day. Bongosi angenivuse ngemukele ehlelweni lomuhla libitela ngiLinkedIn kule sitabeke sitekatena lenzaba leti bongosi texture noma tekulo nekusetshenziswa kuligwaya ngibeke kanjalo live leSwatini indzaba kuletewa kakhulu lomhla emhlabeni wonke jikelele kulazela kusina live sekhona live leselikwendile kuthenini yini umgwaqo letawulandzela kusaliwa nalendzaba le sivakashami lomhla bongosi kuna Dr. Kevin Makatsangu uqhamuka lapha ofisini lenhlangano yakamhlaba yetempilo letinde eveni laseSwatini yena ke ukutalwa eveni laseZimbabwe kuthiwa ivillage yakhe nemakusithi iChirambwe tangiqhaqa kahle ke lapho kepha ke uqhamuka kuna iprovince kuthiwa iManicaland isempumalanga nelive lase Zimbabwe kanti ke nembala so isikhathi lesidze aseveni eSwatini angikhumbula kahle nje ngazi si umnyaka wakhe wemfica lo asebenzela iWorld Health Organization le office le laSwatini uhambisana na Makedlamini nguzandile bongosi uqhamuka ke na legal advisor Ministry of Health kanti ke before that beka lapha emahhovisini ya Attorney General kunyeke lesingathi nje bekabuke le tececeshwa sintomfunza kahle la ngaze Makedlamini ngubite kabi yeah beka lapha emahhovisini kangu Crown Counsel obeka waba legal training officer kuma chambers Attorney General ngikhumbula futhi ahamba ayoba executive secretary we Eswatini Human Rights Commission useveke aba legal advisor kuma various ministries la kathola khona manje ulaka health. Dr. Kevin, good evening, how are you?
Yes, thank you Gule, and I'm fine, and thank you very much for having me here on this special day, World No Tobacco Day.
Exactly. Madam Mpili.
Ngiphila kakhulu Gule, ngivusele kakhulu kuwe, ngivusele nakumbukele ekhaya.
Probably angicale ngawe Dr. Kevin, let me start with you. World No Tobacco Day. The essence of this day.
Yes, World No Tobacco Day. It's a day that is actually set aside to raise awareness about the dangers of tobacco use. If we look the whole world, actually about 39% of men, they use tobacco in different forms, and then 9% actually of the females, women, they use tobacco. Then when we come down to Eswatini, about 15% of men, according to the survey that was done in 2014, 15% of men, they use tobacco, and then 3% of the women, they use tobacco. So looking at the dangers of tobacco, tobacco is the only product in the world that harms the user when it's used according to the instructions of the manufacturer, of the person who produces it. If you follow exactly the instructions that are there and you use it, it will harm you. Okay. So it causes a lot of medical problems, and that's why now WHO came up with the resolutions that we need to have a day set aside to raise awareness about tobacco. Okay. And then this year we are actually raising awareness, and we are actually in under the theme that is commit to quit. Yeah. Because we actually, as WHO, we are supporting countries and supporting individuals who want to quit. And it's actually a matter of commitment. If you want to quit, you have to commit to it, and then you get the necessary support, and then you can actually quit. Okay. And it comes actually at the work when we have the COVID pandemic. Yeah. And we really need people to quit, because studies have found that those that use tobacco they have got a 40 to 50% risk of getting serious or severe COVID disease if they get the disease, and even actually losing their lives.
Okay.
So this is the time that we encourage everyone, actually, those that are using tobacco, to quit.
Nembala bongosini isicubulo-ke salonyaka njengoba asho udokotela sithi dibophelele ekugcineni uyekeleke kubhema. Kanti ngiyeva leyo ukuthi his love for medicine started when he was 9 years old. Walunywa inyoka. Yeah, he was bitten by a snake. He spent a month in hospital. That's when his love for medicine started. Madlamini kunana indzaba ke lesifuna uyiteka namhla even. Investment case for tobacco control in Eswatini. The case for scaling up the WHO FCTC, the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. Ungasithatha ukuthi uyini lo mbhukuthu usho kuthini first?
Ngiyabonga Gule. Kusho ukuthi lo mbhukuthu lona ngitawucala nje ngithi litiko letempilo libe nenhlanhla ukuthi lithole isupport phasalo Framework Convention for Tobacco Control kamhlahlangene wetempilo.
Okay.
Esho ukuthi kunale project phasalo FCTC letting 2030 project lo sita emavela ku low to middle income la fise kumbe la khombisa kuba nelisasasa eku implementeni le convention ye tobacco control ya mhlahlangene wetempilo. Shokuthi ke le project beyibuka lawo mabhe bese seyinike iwaniketa lisito kuze atokhona ku scale up implementation yale convention. Shokuthi ke live laseSwatini labanenhlanhla ukuthi nalo libe ngileli thola lo musa wekuthi lethole lisito phasa le project. So one of lama deliverables phasale project bekungiyo le investment case for tobacco control.
Okay.
Even laseSwatini lebuka ukuthi shokuthi ngidathi quantitative analysis ekubuka ukuthi uma ngabe si implementa le convention ngiyalendlela lekumele si implemente ngayo live laseSwatini litawuzuza kangakanani in terms of ngoba siyathi ukuthi lugwayi alimata impilo yemfu kuphela liphinze lilimate nemnotho ngetindlela letiningi iyabuka le investment case ukuthi umuntu uma ngabe sekagula nje ku affecta lempilo yakhe kuphinze affect uhulumende in terms of le timali letisetshenziswa kokulapha loyo muntu kumbe sonabo cancer phinze kubuke ukuthi uphinze ulimali umnotho even em17 ngekuthi kuba ne-absenteeism iyachaza kune-absenteeism ne-presenteeism. I-absenteeism ngasikhathi umfasa phekulove emsebentini ngekuthi sowuphathekile. Presenteeism ngasikhathi akhona la emsebentini kepha akasakhona ukuperforma kahle ngekuthi akasiye lophile kahle noma uhlaphuma hamba yobhema athathe lama smoking breaks. So iyabuka ke le investment case ukuthi si live in within a period of 15 years singabe sizuze kangakanani mas implemente le convention ye tobacco control. Yini le style benefit ama advantages ek implementa. So ifike ikhanze ukuthi yini ngilenzuzo lesitawuba nayo lesitayitfola si live laseSwatini mangabe si implementile le convention ngalendlela le ngayo.
Nembala bongosesilwana lokubhema nje even leSwatini njengoba chaza amayendlamini ukuthi kungagcineke sekulimata into letini nemndeni nje yalimala kunzaba yokusetshenziswa kolugwayi ngoba ukhanza simali bebheka ngabe ithenga singo yahamba ithenga ititiki kuyobantu kana abasati. Dr. Kevin, I know we are a small country, population of about 1.3 million people. I read here they are saying around 600 million around 600 people die annually due to tobacco related illnesses. Is that a problem in a country like ours?
Yes, that's actually a problem because you know one life lost is too many.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't want people to die because of tobacco. And this is a lifestyle which is modifiable lifestyle. You can actually modify it. You can actually choose to quit and stop using it. But then if you are having people who are dying due to something that can be controlled, then it actually makes us worried and concerned.
Exactly.
And then actually push us to try to do something to actually limit it.
Yeah.
So those are because those numbers are actually human beings. And, If you have a number of those that die, there's still also a number of those that get sick, that get like what Make Lamin was saying. There's a lot actually that is associated with tobacco. Some might say yes, our prevalence rate for tobacco use is a bit low, because there are some countries actually where tobacco use is around 80%. 80% of the men, they use tobacco, but for us it's around 15%. But still, it's actually too high. And to actually love that we actually control it and actually assist those that want to quit to quit.
Nembala nasiteka nje letindzaba tale framework convention on tobacco control. Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi leSwatini 29 June 2004 sayisayina nasi le framework. Sayirectify futhi nga 13 January 2006. Kuneliveke emhlabeni la kungabhenywa khona nje. Abantu mangilibita kahle mina ngitathi but angisithi Dr. Kevin is going to assist me with the pronunciation bana Makedlamini. It's Bhutan. Is it Bhutan? Bhutan.
Yeah.
The only country in the world where kungabhenywa khona. Ngilasifuna kuyafika khona ke nasi sinemaswati. Makedlamini there are 7 what do you call them?
Recommendations.
Yes. Ngithikile ke indzaba yema taxes. Ngifike ngathika ukuthi ngiyakhumbula nje njoba nje itawuvula nevideo nje neParliament, the Minister of Finance akayishiya indzaba ye syntax. Ngiyathika nalapha. Ngiyathika indzaba yemithetho. We do have a legislation le kufuna control akusetshenziswa kweligwaye vele. Na ubuka le lokusho ngile framework ya WHO as a country sekukhona into lesingathi fike sithi sesikwendile nathi lo.
Ngiyabonga Gule, kukhona sakunyendana ngoba sithe mase si ratifyile i-convention sase siyayidomesticate ngemthetho lesinawo wa 2013 kuthiwa yi-Tobacco Products Control Act of 2013. So the article lapho ukuthi at least sesinawo loyo mthetho loyo lo regulator i-tobacco even leSwatini. Cinema regulations mane asese ku draft form shokuthi nje le project ya 2030 project lo kunye lekumele ukuthi sikwende phasayo le project shokuthi to run for 1 year until next year March, end of March 2022. Kufuna sibe sesinawo lama regulations by the time iphela le project. Lokunye ke lokutasita ukuthi si implement ema taxes tobacco ahle akhushulwa. Siyakholwa ukuthi ngiyakhamba kwesikhathi atawuqhubeka aze kuze kufike kuleli zinga leli desirable, ngoba inhloso lenkhulumo lokuthi leligwayi ngalesikhathi elidule kakhulu ufuna ukuthi ligcine lingasathengeke lingasasebenziseki kuto protecteka nalama vulnerable groups, nalabangenayo imali, nalabo kumbe labangenayo kahle imali, nalabo nebantwana. So inhloso lenkhulu yokuincrease le tax on tobacco products ngile to discourage lokubhema, ngoba njengoba bese kashito dokotela kunama adverse consequences etimpilweni debantu.
Singingakayedi market bongo Dr. Kevin, the WHO benchmark saying minimum 70%, right? In terms of the taxes in the retail price. We are currently standing at 40.42%. We are not that far. I'm sure as an office you should be happy about that.
Yes, would love it to get to 70%.
Okay.
So that because as the tax goes, the price will also go. And actually the raising of the tax and the raising of the price is not really targeting those that are already using tobacco.
Okay.
We are targeting those that have not yet used tobacco, so that they are deterred from starting using tobacco, especially the youths. If it's expensive and they have a few coins in their pocket, they will think twice before they actually go and buy a tobacco product. That's the essence of actually raising the prices and the tax. People actually argue that it will make people poorer and everything, but studies have been done and the benefits have been seen that it actually works as a deterrent to those that actually haven't started smoking. And also even those that are smoking, some will actually think twice and actually even reduce or even actually cut down. So it's a measure that actually works. And we actually applaud Eswatini for actually having such a high tax, but would actually allow for that it even actually gets higher, so that it actually achieves what it's supposed to achieve.
Because nasibuya nje makethe ngidafuna lokuva la Dr Kevin ukuthi bang WHO kwayangani ukuthi baqale kuna kakhulu ligwayi ngoba lama emaswati besikhuluma nawe nje mina veta lo ukuthi lolu gwayi lonene ngoba kunebantu betshwala bashayelisa kabe emgwaqweni kube nema accidents ngizaba etshwala akacabala abanye bacabanga ukuthi naso ubhemile ungayidala yini ingodi ngiyovakela ku Dr Kevin ngokuthi tobacco class 6th edition iyaveta lokuthi kule century lesikuyo nakungendiwa lutho abantu labalinganisela ku 1 billion lababhemako bangashiya emhlabeni nibaseswatini batayi bakhona la khazi kule 1 billion kulabo lababhemako bonke sasibathe ethi market sibuya siyachubeka nehle.
TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007 *3 hash and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you'll go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
Ukuthi asinemukele nasanza kulela umsakazo wakho ubukela umsakazo uThithombe Eswatini TV sehlelweni ke bongosi sithe kanzaba tempilo sinaye kakhulu indzaba yeligwayi njoba ku World No Tobacco Day lomuhla siboka live leSwatini selikwendile kulwa nesetshenziswa kweligwayi kanti ke diningi khona tinkampani letingule emhlabeni le business yato nje ukukhicita ligwayi kuthiwa ke la ithi le tobacco class the combined revenue of the world's 6 largest tobacco companies in 2016 was more than 346 billion US dollars. Logo shows nje being 9,226% larger than the GDP of the Kingdom of Eswatini. Yeah, Dr. Kevin.
Yeah.
Here's this framework convention on tobacco control. There's somebody on the street who said to me, "Why focus on tobacco instead of alcohol?" They believe alcohol is more deadly than tobacco. Talk to us about that.
Yes, thank you very much for raising that. Actually, it's not like tobacco is actually alcohol is being neglected.
Yeah.
Because if you look at non-communicable diseases, we have got 4 risk factors, which is tobacco use, harmful use of alcohol, and then unhealthy diet, and then physical inactivity. Those things. And for public health, we are actually working towards targeting all those things. But only that we have started with tobacco, because the tobacco control is a bit advanced, because it has got a legal instrument that can be used by countries to control it, which is the Framework Convention on Tobacco control.
Okay.
Then alcohol, still we need to also work on it, because yes, there are a lot of lives that are actually lost linked to alcohol.
Yeah.
It also causes the non-communicable diseases, and it also causes road traffic accidents. There is violence that is associated with it. So WHO, there are discussions that we could actually maybe come up with a framework convention like the one for tobacco, also for alcohol.
Okay.
And also even have one that will target also the sugary beverages and the takeaways that we actually take, and also one that will also even govern physical activity. So it's not like it's actually neglected. There's a lot that is happening on alcohol, but it's not as advanced as in tobacco, because tobacco there is the legal instrument that can be used.
Okay.
But we would love to have the legal instrument for alcohol, because alcohol and tobacco, I think they're actually in the same team.
Right. Because sike sakhulumisana futhi la nalobo kwetinhlelo takasadat. La nebafunzi lena idilena nabo ngenza ba yititsakamiva ne human trafficking. Sitawufuna ukuthi sibevena ke janga kafiki kubo. Ngiyathola ukuthi la nangifunza kufuneka kube nale, I want to call it a tobacco unit. Ngiyeva lo ngazi ukuthi sevele khona lapha eMinistry. Yini bomcoka bale unit leyo ngosi?
Bumcoka be tobacco control unit ngilokuthi ngiyo le responsible for coordinator letindzaba te tobacco control.
Okay.
Kuchumanisa live la Eswatini na mhlangene wetempilo in particular le convention secretariat yale framework convention isebenta lokho nekusebenta nje tindzaba te tobacco control it coordinate even within the country.
Okay.
Tobacco control unit within the Ministry of Health. Shokuthi bese legal advisor we Ministry of Health serve as a tobacco control focal point. That is myself.
Okay.
Ngisebenzisana ke ne secretariat yayo le tobacco control le faka ekhathe ama programs lesinawo within the Ministry of Health na WHO.
Okay.
Ma programs nje la khona sine mental health, sine cancer registries na NCD program, sine environmental health, sine WHO.
Okay.
So, yes. So cishe ngilobo umsebenzi we tobacco control unit in the ministry.
Okay. Ngiyathola ukuthi akhona lama major players la kule industry tobacco. In Malaysia they are saying bebabaphoqelela ukuthi bashintshe ama policies up and leave le Malaysia lala the British American company yagcina ivalile. Ngifuna ukuthola ukuthi ngabe nansathi sebenzana neletindaba leti kwakhiwa lama policies nemithetho ukuthi any pressure le iqhamuke from lama companies la phusha lokuthini ngizokole khona.
Iba khona imvamisa nje iyaye ithi le tobacco industry mayibona ngathi khona sinyathelo lenisithatha ko lesembili ifune kun frustrate.
Okay.
Ngalokuthi phela nabo bazama ku protect ama interests abo.
Exactly.
Angithi nesicontroller leligwayi kanibona ngilo la baliphusha embili balithengisa, they are making money out of it. Kanthine kanihulumende babuka impilo yemuntu.
Exactly.
Ukuthi thine si protector le public health. You know, so le labaye bakwende baye bafune lokuvimba lama efforts abohulumende ukuthi ba protect le impilo debantu njengoba shito Dr. Kevin ukuthi ligwayi is the only thing lothi mawusebenzise according to le ama instructions ayo itakubulala.
Yeah.
So hulumende uyaye bese ke sozama lo protect le impilo debantu. Le convention yeligwayi kunale article yayo article 5.3 lethi bohulumende kufuna ukuthi ba protect ema public policies ayo from ema commercial and other interests ale tobacco industry. Lokusho kufuna kusho ukuthi bohulumende kufuna bathathe tinyathelo kwenda shokuthi le public policy bayi protect. So nathi singulumeni ministry yase health noma singulumende wakangwani siyazama lokuthi sende konke ku protect i public policy from lama vested interests e tobacco industry. And le project lesizuze kuyo lo 2030 project utasisita ukuthi sakhe nema guidelines latawenda ukuthi sikhone kuvikela le public policy noma ukuthi sensitize even the public nalamanye nje ma stakeholders ethu ma NGOs, civil society, nalamanye ama ministries ahulumende ngoba le tobacco industry ita nema tactics latside ingeta nje under the guise of social responsibility ofarishe kusendela something yabekisa kumbe site enough funds kumbe ku commemorate I World No Tobacco Day bangeta sebathi ba offerisha imali engaka ukuthi sikhone kuyenda anema tactics nje lamaningi so singhulumende ke sesi establish a national coordination mechanism lekung one of the recommendations ale investment case ukuthi uma kungaba ne national coordination mechanism which is a multidisciplinary and multi-sectoral collaboration team let us sita ukuthi sensitize onke lama stakeholders ethu ngalama tactics tobacco industry nekuthi sibambisane kulwane eligwayi even la Eswatini.
Nembala bongosi ngoba ngiyayithanda le tobacco class iveta leti nguzanguza letingapane leti lengishiya kutlwandle kuyavela nje la ukuthi half of illicit cigarettes manufacturing facilities are located in free trade zones takhumbula ke lavena ukuthi sinayo nasi special economic zones bakhuluma ke ngema free trade zones kulama imave la fiber UAE nakubo Russia ba producer kwayileni bese ke balismaglisha liye emaveni lasathuthuka lokhanza sine level Eswatini nalo liyangena kulimali yemaswati bona ngale bakhaya ama profits bongose sikhulume nemfundisi la nguPeter Semo Gerere ubuka inhlelo taka Sadat kuva nje nabo inzibale bayidlalako kusita abafunzi lotakhanza ukuthi sebawelele lenkinga yesibayabhema sebafuna kuliyeka la ligwaye ukuthi bona babasita njani asikhulumisana zaba the World No Tobacco Day asesiveke inceku ukuthi it's Sadat ubhizi ngani yena.
Tobacco has got health problems. There are many diseases, especially cancers, that are linked to tobacco use. There are also those things that come later in life, like impotence, like inability to give children for the girls, for instance. And these things come later in life. We also have social issues, we have legal issues, and we have economic issues. Tobacco may seem a cheap product, but used frequently and often takes a lot of your money. And later in life, you wouldn't like to live a difficult life, like where you cannot have a family, you can't raise your children, a number of those things. And tobacco use can also lead you to using other drugs that are illegal, and you may land yourself in jail. So we appeal to you to stay away from drugs. We appeal to you to join the Association of Students Against Drug Abuse and Trafficking. We are currently visiting your schools. Please join this organization.
The Kingdom.
We appreciate this document very much, more so because it was carried out by experts through the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization. And it confirmed some of the things that we are talking about to adults and students as well. We are going to use it for our own training for SADAT leaders and the members, and we are going to advocate that those people, especially members of parliament and the people in the medical profession, apply the measures that this document outlines, not only the main ones for the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, FCTC, but also the specific ones for the Kingdom of Eswatini. We are going to advocate that this document is used, and we want to say as well that SADAT has been part of the work that is being done in Eswatini since 1998 when it was founded, but mainly in 2002 when we participated in the formulation of the Tobacco Control Act when it was still in the initial stages. The young people want to quit, whether they're in school or not in school. Even adults may contact us. It is free online. We provide online counseling. One may call our number 76115858, or they may find us on Facebook. Just type in SADAT Swaziland and you can then initiate a conversation with us. If we are unable to deal with your situation, depending on its magnitude, we have links with the other people, professionals, who can help.
incenye kubongosi lapha kaSadatha ibukeke inhlelo takusebenta kwale organization leyisebenza kakhulu nebantu labasha kakhulu kade ama students lawo lana ngishisekele ukuthi salayekela ligwayi he appreciates the document makedla mina I'm sure la uhleli khona manje nawo balethe inhlangano efana naleti tidumisa lo msebenzi eseniwendile you must be pleased
kakhulu Gule siyajabula kakhulu ngingasho nje ukuthi nayo umfundisi Peter ulunga la le National Coordination Mechanism.
Okay.
So makulonchwa nje le report ngalesihlanu evikini leliphelile beka khona naye. So sizabe sibambisana naye niku commemorate nje le World No Tobacco Day litiko letempilo litabele day breakfast meeting ngalesihlanu sizabe sinaye umfundisi nalamanye ama stakeholders ethu.
Doctor, we might focus strictly on tobacco users, but there's also second-hand smoking, which endangers a lot of people, even in the kingdom. Talk to us about that.
Yes, that's the other issue with tobacco.
Yeah.
That it doesn't only harm the person who is using it, but it also has effects on those around, which is the issue of secondary smokers. Like if the father is smoking in the house or the father is smoking in the car and the kids get into the car, they actually end up also smoking. And actually the second-hand smokers are actually at a even higher danger because the smoke is actually going direct to them. Unlike with the one who is smoking, it passes through a filter and then it goes in. So it's actually something that is really of concern. And also the secondary smoking can lead to triggering asthma among children and a lot of other issues. So that's why in the framework convention there is actually the move towards creating smoke-free areas.
Yeah.
And that's one area that really needs to be pushed. And in the Tobacco Products Control Act of 2013, it actually highlights exactly what needs to be done to create what are called designated smoking areas and then create smoke-free areas. In other countries, actually, they have smoke-free cities where in the town you are not allowed to smoke. If you are to smoke, you have to go somewhere else to smoke.
Okay.
And also even the issue of creating smoke-free areas, you will have to go to a designated area for you to smoke. And that can also even work as a deterrent to actually encourage people to quit. So second-hand smoking is actually something that needs also to be addressed. But we are very happy because the Framework Convention, the Tobacco Products Control Act in Eswatini, actually crystal clearly actually highlights that what needs to be done to create small smoke-free zones.
Nembala kepha nje ingcingwana lesifike bese sesikhala ngayo ngithemba ukuthi le office lamayidlamini liyabambisana probably nemaphoyisa ku enforcer lenzaba yalomthetho ngoba iqiniso lithi lokusiletlana nemayidlamini sitawuvumelana kuthenini nasingasuka nje la siyofika ebus rank lambabana batawendlula abantu ku5 sesabakhanza bahamba nabo bayalelela siyakhona bahamba babhema ngicabanga ukuthi ke indlela ephambene yalomthetho indzaba ye-enforcement mayidlamini sindabambisana ivende lomthetho kuthenini yenabe nje kuthiwa ikhasi ebus rank akubheki nofuna ukubhema kufuneka konana lelakhelo ukuthi utawubhema abantu bangabhemi isinoma kanjani la ivende
kuliqiniso kule ukuthi usemningi nomsebenzi lekusemele kutwendiwe kule area ye tobacco control la vele lokubambisana nebemthetho kumcoka kakhulu ngoba ngibo labatasita ku implementa le act.
Okay.
Otherwise sekungasho ukuthi ayinamatinyo mangabe ingalungi. So sisatonda kakhulu nalabo awareness raising kuze nesive sathi ukuthi lokuqala yini ngoba kumbe labanye abasiyawe ukuthi lokubhema nje ubheme in a public place kuqala. So emaphoyisa vele amcoka kakhulu ekuimplementeni le act yethu ya 2013.
Yeah. Lembala angathi kahle ngoba sekulokuthi nje sengiyabuta ngalinye ilanga mayidlamini angihlebele kuthenini yabe la sikhuluma ngema human rights vele sikhuluma ngana ngeke linye ilanga sichamo lomunye umuntu athi seni infringe human rights yami choice yami ekubhema nasekudulisa ligwaye kanti ngiyafuna mina nale choice yakho ke sayibese seyidulela uhulumende ngocenge ngabonga naso lesibhedlela afuna lasho uhulumende issue yangalinye ilanga kuyavela ke la kuthenini nga 2016 bafa abantu baba nge 7.1 million babulawa kubhema labang 5.1 million bekubo babe 2.1 million kubo make emhlabeni wonke nje kuthiwa ke labang 6.3 million babulanga ngilala bebabhema nje bona batibhemela bese kusilaba second hand smokers akhuluma ngabo Dr Kevin baba nge884,000 kushela ke kusibantu bayafa vele mina nje angibhema ngicansi ngakufihla nokuthi ngiyangibhema but inyaba seceleni kubantu ababhema ngathi yena sengikhohlela ukuthi ngabe akusiyo into singine abantu ababhema madlamini saba kakhulu ukuthi nibe nasinamhla ehlelweni sethemba nje sinifisela nje ukusebenzela ukuthi nanani le office lenzaba lethi issue vele khona le event Dr Kevin thank you so much for coming through but before ngama namba personal nje kancane lithando le imali indasini legal studies qhamuka kuphi
Benguthanda nje kakhulu umthetho kusukela ngika form 1 ngadecide nje ukuthi ngifuna ukuba ngummeli sho ukuthi kunesihlobo lady lawyer in my family who lo beka inspiration and ngavele ngadecide lapho ngika form 1 ukuthi ngawuthanda lo mthetho
ngoba Dr Kevin yena walunya ngilenyoka wasesofuna ke kwangidokotela but Dr Kevin I understand you are saying there is an experience that you had in 2014 in Sierra Leone, which you'll never forget. What were you doing in Sierra Leone?
Okay. You remember that one?
Yeah.
In 2014, yes, I went to Sierra Leone for about 3 months to support the Ebola response.
Okay.
And, this situation there was very tense. People were dying and people were contracting Ebola. And then I was there in the midst of all that, and you had to be very careful to actually remain safe. And I managed to get in and out without getting Ebola.
Okay.
And it was actually through a lot of discipline because there was what was called the no-touch policy. You were not supposed to be close to anyone. It was sort of what we are doing with COVID, but there it was a bit worse. So the lessons I learned there, actually, I'm applying them in life, actually, even moving forward. So I will never forget that experience.
Mfana Dr Kevin Bongosi unama Dlamini besiteka nathi indzaba temsebenzi wento walivele Eswatini kulwa nekubhema event Bongosi nibe nesikhathi esihle semba simzamba mayeni tabang lenhle nalebusekile sithemba nje ba lesicubulo salonyaka sisi commit to quit nawubhema yekela kubhema sitalive udisitana nawe futhi it is good for you to quit smoking Bongosi nisale kade sibona nehlelweni ngekuvuma kwaNkulunkulu la ngenda kusasa.